So let's take a look at some examples of a fixed pipe attack. And by that we mean that the set location is going to be fixed regardless of where the setter is. So notice how these players, they know the set is going to be to the exact middle of the court. So even though the setter was pulled way to the left because of the pass, she knows where the pipe attack is going to be initiated, and that's where the ball goes. So this is the fixed zone. It's always from the same spot on the court, with the setter's location being inconsequential. The setter will just put it to that spot. So let's take a look at a floating zone. And I've highlighted the player that we're tracking, center back attacker, and let's look at his move. So he's dropping back, and notice how I'll make a mark here. This is the middle of the court. So in a fixed pipe, that's where the set would go. But let's look at his move, and he sees the ball pulling the setter back a little bit. So his move right now is lateral. He's at the middle of the court right now, but he moves laterally. So now he's right off the setter's shoulders, and that's where the ball's attacked. So let's watch again. Comes back, slides to his left. I'm going to start this over, and I'll slow it down just a little bit. So he comes back, play develops, sees where the first ball is going to take the setter. Now he slides sideways, gets right on the setter's shoulder, and that's where the attack takes place. So advantages and disadvantages to both. The fixed area, the players know exactly where the attack's going to take place, so the hitters and the setters can align themselves accordingly right to the middle of the court. So there's a consistency to that. The downside is if the setter is pulled, as she is here, the ball is in the air longer. And theoretically, that's going to allow more blockers to get involved. See how the left front has a chance to pull in and help out because the ball's in the air longer. The floating zone, since the hitter is aligning themselves to the setter, it can take place faster. And see how the block has a hard time getting in, the block being the outsides, hard time to help out because there's just not that much time to do it. So pluses and minuses to both. And as a coach, I would encourage you to work with both and see which one you find to be most effective inside of your programs. That's the fixed pipe versus the floating pipe.